This tiny little dab of sunscreen, this is why your SPF 50 might be acting like SPF 15. Most people are using sunscreen every morning thinking, I'm protected, I'm responsible, I'm basically skincare adulting. But a few innocent looking mistakes may be letting wrinkles, sunspots, and collagen damage sneak through anyway. And mistake number 3 gets almost everyone because you may need sunscreen even on days you never step outside. Today, I'm showing you the 5 sunscreen mistakes that are secretly aging your skin and exactly how to fix them. Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Matre, founder of Fix Studios. We specialize in natural results that help you feel like your best self, confident, refreshed, and never overdone. Today, we're talking about sunscreen because SPF 50 only works like SPF 50 if we stop applying it like it's an $800 eye cream. Let's be crystal clear. Using sunscreen every day is one of the most powerful habits for youthful, healthy skin. Unprotected UV exposure is a major driver of things we think of as aging: fine lines, dark spots, uneven tone, rough texture, and loss of firmness. One review in Clinical Cosmetic and Investigational Dermatology notes that UV exposure may account for up to 80% of visible signs of skin aging, including wrinkling and pigmentation changes. A randomized trial published in Annals of Internal Medicine found that regular sunscreen used helps slow skin aging in healthy middle-aged adults. So, if you're already using sunscreen, you are absolutely ahead of the game. But the difference between using sunscreen and using it correctly can be the difference between sun protection and the stronger anti-aging protection for which you're hoping for. So, let's fix these 5 mistakes. Mistake number 1, you're not using nearly enough. This is the big one here. Many of us dab sunscreen on like it's a precious serum, a tiny, tiny little pea-sized amount for the whole face and neck. But SPF testing is based on a much thicker application, 2 milligrams of sunscreen per square centimeter of skin. And in real life, people often apply much less than that. One PubMed index study notes that people typically apply closer to 0.8 milligrams per square centimeter. Translation: the number on the bottle may not be the protection your skin is actually getting. The fix: for your face and neck, use the 2-finger rule. Squeeze 2 full lines of sunscreen onto your index and middle finger. This is not perfect. Finger size and formula texture actually matter, but it is a much better visual than the tiny dab most people use. It will feel like a lot at first, but that's okay. You'll get used to it. This is how you get closer to the protection you're paying for. For your whole body, most adults need about a full shot glass worth of sunscreen for exposed skin. Mistake number 2, you apply it once and then forget it. Your morning sunscreen is not a permanent force field. Sunscreen can wear down, rub off, sweat off, and disappear like a little as you touch your face, blot oil, sit outside, walk the dog, or run errands. The general rule is to apply every 2 hours when you're outdoors, and actually more often if you're sweating or swimming. And yes, I know the classic question: how do I reapply over makeup? Well, here's the hierarchy. Best option: another layer of sunscreen lotion or cream. Helpful option: sunscreen sticks, especially over the nose, cheekbones, and high points of the face. Backup options: well, SPF powders or setting sprays. But here's the real talk. A delicate little fairy mist is not the same as a full sunscreen application. If you use a spray or a powder, you have to be pretty generous. Think of it as those touch-up tools, not your entire sun protection strategy. Mistake number 3, you only use sunscreen when it looks sunny or only when you know you'll be outside. A lot of people treat sunscreen like a beach day product. If it's cloudy, cold, rainy, winter, or you're working inside all day, the sunscreen stays in the drawer. But UVA rays, the ones we often associate with aging, changes like wrinkles and age spots, are present year-round and can pass through window glass. UVB rays are more associated with burning. Easy memory trick: UVA equals aging, UVB, burning. That means your skin can still be exposed while you're driving, sitting by a window, walking outside on a cloudy day, or living your normal life in Ohio, where the weather changes like every 11 minutes. And yes, I still want you thinking about SPF indoors. If you're sitting near windows, absolutely, you need sunscreen. And if you're in front of screens all day or under bright light overhead lighting, especially if you're prone to melasma, dark spots, or post-acne pigmentation, a daily SPF habit still matters. Here's the nuance. Your laptop is not the sun. We are not acting like your inbox has the same energy as July at Disney World. But screens and some indoor lighting can contribute to visible light and blue light exposure. Research on visible light suggests it can worsen pigmentation in some skin types, and tinted sunscreens with iron oxides can offer more visible light protection than untinted formulas. So, for daily indoor protection, especially if pigmentation is one of your concerns, look for broad spectrum SPF 30 or higher and consider a tinted sunscreen with iron oxides. The fix? Make sunscreen automatic. Broad spectrum SPF 30 or higher every morning on exposed skin. Think of it like brushing your teeth. Not glamorous, not negotiable, very worth it. Mistake number 4, you're missing critical spots. Most people remember the cheeks, nose, and forehead, but the borders are where the sunscreen routines go to disappear. Here is your SPF roll call. Ears, especially at the tops and backs, eyelids and around the eyes, carefully, and if sunscreen burns your eyes, mineral formulas can be a great option. Neck and chest, take your face sunscreen all the way down. Back of the hands, and especially if you drive. Lips, use a lip balm with SPF 30 in it. Hairline and scalp, especially if you have a defined part or thinning hair. A hat is often the easiest win here. These areas get a lot of incidental exposure, and they're often where people start noticing sunspots, texture changes, and visible aging. Mistake number 5, you're relying on the SPF in your makeup. You see SPF 20 or 30 on your foundation and think, perfect, 2 birds, 1 stone. I understand the dream. We all love a multitasker, but the issue is quantity. To get the SPF listed on that foundation bottle, you would need to apply a much thicker layer of foundation than most people actually wear. Makeup with SPF is like a cute cardigan in January. Helpful, but I'm still going to ask you, where in the heck is your coat? So here's the fix. Think of SPF and makeup as a bonus, not your base. Apply a dedicated broad spectrum SPF 30 or higher first, let it settle in, then apply your makeup over it. Your foundation SPF can be the cherry on top, but it should not be the whole sundae. One quick provider note before we recap: sunscreen is powerful, but it is not your entire sun protection plan. Shade, hats, sunglasses, UPF clothing, and avoid peak sun when possible. They all matter. The goal is not to be afraid of the sun. The goal is to stop accidentally giving UV rays unlimited access to your collagen. We are not anti-sun. We are pro-strategy. All right, let's bring all of this home. The 5 sunscreen mistakes secretly sabotaging your skin are: not using enough, applying it once and forgetting about it, saving it only for sunny weather or assuming you never need SPF indoors, missing important spots, and thinking the SPF makeup is enough. Fixing these habits is simple, but it's a total game changer. Whether you're 25 and focused on prevention or 65 and protecting the skin you're already in, sunscreen is one of the best anti-aging tools we have, but only when we use it correctly. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a 1 if you forget to reapply, a 2 if sunscreen burns your eyes, or 3 if you're realizing your makeup SPF has been doing way too much emotional labor. And if this helped, the next video I want you to watch is Your Sun Damage Was Invisible Until This Exact Age, because the sneakiest part of sun damage is that it builds quietly long before you ever see it in the mirror. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me today. Be sure to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Here's to looking confident, refreshed, and completely you.